Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. David Silverman. I'm just outside of Washington, D.C. in North Bethesda, Maryland. And my background is podiatry and foot surgery. I've sold my practice. And I've shot this video because I just spoke to somebody that said something to me that I felt it was very important to try to create something that could help people who need help. Someone said to me about this product that I work with that I was introduced to 8 years ago by a friend, and the only reason I looked at it was because my father was ill. It's called ASEA. It is a cell signaling supplement, and it is a breakthrough. And I'm going to share a little bit of information in these few minutes that hopefully, if you have not yet experienced this product and seen what it actually does, and there's a topical version as well, that this will open your mind a little bit, because this person said to me something that I hear sometimes, less and less, but I still do. I read online it's just salt water, because on the back of the bottle the ingredients say made from water, sodium chloride, and that's salt water, and that's true. But this is no longer salt water, and I'm going to share some things with you that I think will be kind of common sense. Let me just share my screen real quickly, something just to give you a little bit of my background. And I don't work for the company ASEA, but they've asked me to sit on the company's medical professional board, which I do. It's a volunteer position with several other doctors, and you can go to ASEAglobal.com and find this. And every one of these doctors and physical therapists were very skeptical about this initially, because it looks like salt and water when you look at the bottle, but it is not salt and water. So let me get into this here. A few things. What I'm going to share with you, I think, is pretty much, I hope it comes across as common sense when you really think about it. So when someone says to me that they've Googled ASEA and they see it's salt water, I caution people, Google is a search engine. It is not a research engine. My father was sick. I wanted to take the time to know if this was real or not, because I did not want to regret finding out down the road that this was very, very real. And God forbid my father was no longer here with us, and I didn't look into it. So there's a lot at stake here, a lot. So a few common sense things to think about as to, if this is salt water. Number one, there's a lot of science on redox signaling, lots. I'm going to show you a couple slides in a minute. I've got a few little slides I'm going to show you, but lots of science on redox signaling, lots of books on redox signaling. It is a real science. Number one, because this product is redox signaling molecules. What's in this bottle is identical to what's in you. You just produced more when you were younger. And I'm not doing this video to explain what this is. I'm just doing this video to help someone who is cautiously investigating this to do their own due diligence and not just use Google as a research engine, because it's not. It's a search engine. So number one, there's a science. Number two, this product is patented. Now, how in the world are you going to patent salt and water, right? This was salt and water. It's reductants and oxidants, redox signaling molecules. But what they did, the scientists did, which was put reductants and oxidants in the same vessel and have them be stable, not turn back into salt and water, was thought to be physically impossible. And I mean by physics, and they did it. So this is a patented product. So how could it be salt and water? Number three, their independent lab and university validation stating that this is redox signaling molecules. I'll share a little bit in a minute. Double-blind studies. Also, the company in 9 years of existence has done over $500 million in sales. Now, you tell me how you can fool that many people for that long and do $500 million in sales with patents and it be salt water. And last, finally, it's the experience. And I'll just go through that right now. If you want to know that this isn't salt and water, when you order your product through your associate, the person who introduced it to you, so it's coming from the FDA registered facility, don't get it on outside third party, you don't know where it's coming from or if it's expired. And this comes with a money back guarantee. When you order your product, take the gel and find 10 people who are physically hurting. Something in their body hurts, their neck, their back, a cramp, a knee, a hip, whatever it is. 10 people, and have them give you 10 minutes. Have them rate their discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10. Shake up the tube very well. It's a gel. It's marketed for wrinkles. I mean, it's marketed for your skin. It rejuvenates your skin cells and cellulite. It's proven what it does. But let's say it's their neck. They take a little bit, they put it on. There's no smell, there's no greasiness. It disappears. It's made from salt and water. Put it on 3 times in 5 minutes, and then ask those 10 people how they feel at the 10th minute. So 10 people, 10 minutes. They put it on 3 times in 5 minutes, and then by the 10th minute, ask them how they're feeling, and you will be stunned. You won't be stunned by 1 or 2 of them saying, wow, you're going to be, I'm not going to tell you the number. You watch what happens yourself. You will know right then and there that this is not salt water. Okay, I'm going to share a few slides real quick, really, really quickly. Okay, this is a breakthrough. Huffington Post, whether you know whether you know this exists now or not, you're about to know about it soon, hopefully right now, but this has been going on for a little while. And in fact, 2 years ago, Huffington Post had an article, 5 emerging technologies in science that will shape our lives in the coming years. And this is, quote, here are 5 of the craziest game-changing technologies that are starting to take off in 2016. Pay attention, some of these will shape our lives in the coming years. Now, I didn't really know what 1, 2, 3, and 5 were, but I did know what number 4 was because I've been using it since 2011. My father was, that was the end of 2011, and my father was using it since the beginning of 2011. Lots of science. I held up one of these textbooks. There's over 1,200 textbooks on redox biochemistry. If you're a science person, dig into it. There are journals dedicated to redox signaling. At PubMed.gov now, that's actually 17,000 studies. Just search redox signaling, and you'll see all these studies on redox signaling. Pretty remarkable that this exists. And I didn't know about it, and you don't know about it, but you're about to. Third-party validation, the company sends the product out to lots of independent labs. This one on the bottom left, Dermatest, they proved that it actually reduces wrinkles and cellulite and makes the skin softer. You want to look younger? It works. Stevens and Associates explained why and proved why wrinkles go away, and also proved that it increases circulation just by putting this on the skin, the gel version. A North Carolina research campus that's run by Appalachian State, Duke University, UNC, and NC State. They did a double-blind study on athletes. Blood-drawn, double-blind studies explaining why athletes run so much faster and further and recover so much better. And there are no banned substances in it. Pacific Northwest Lab did a study showing 0 toxicity, which is pretty amazing. There's no toxicity to this product. Bioagilitics is important. Bioagilitics is a lab, an independent lab, that pharmaceutical companies are required to send their product to for third-party validation. ASEA is not required to send their product to them because ASEA is a supplement. It is not a drug. Look up this lab. Look up this lab. ASEA sends the product to them, both, every month, and they verify that this is not salt water. Bioagilitics verifies that this is redox signaling molecules. And if you look at the back of the bottle, it's stamped on there, redox certified, Bioagilitics. You look at the back of the tube, it's certified Bioagilitics. So there's another validation. This one is interesting. This was a double-blind study done by Torit Labs. Look up Torit Labs. Torit Labs is a genetic testing lab. And they did for many industries, they did an 8-week trial, double-blind study, genetic expression study. And you can look this up at a website. I'll give it to you in a minute. amazingmolecules.com. If you want to pull up the study, go to amazingmolecules.com. Bottom, you'll see PDFs, and you'll see what's there. It's remarkable. 8-week study. The placebo that they used it against was saline. And it wasn't even just saline. It was the exact mixture of saline that they used to make this product. Well, what did they find? The people that drank ASEA, every single one of them, their genes turned back on, genes that turned off as the people. 20 to 31% it turned on, the genes. And what percentage of the people that drank saline turned on? 0.0. Every single person that drank ASEA, their genes turned on. And none of the people that drank the placebo, which was salt water, turned on. You think this is salt water? These genes, what do they control? These are 5 very important genes. They control vascular health pathways, signal pathways. They control digestive enzyme signaling pathways. They control hormone modulation. Anybody have hormone problems? Pathways, inflammation pathway reduction, innate immune system pathway. These genes turn off as we get older, and it's proved that this drink, which is something that's inside of us that has no toxicity, and you can't be allergic to it because it's in you. You're producing it right now, but you produced more when you were a child. By drinking it, your genes turn back on. That is remarkable. Take picture when you get on the product. Look, this is the vanity part, the anti-aging part. Let's look better part. Great. I'll be 58 next week. I like using this product. The drink makes me feel like I'm 25, and people say I don't look like I'm 58 years old. So I like the product. But these are not diseases that are going to kill people. This is sun damage, right? Children don't have sun damage. Look at this picture for a minute. Look at the left and look at the right. This is a health practitioner in Sweden. Pretty remarkable. Young people have issues with skin that can cause damage to their psyche. Can't claim that it's going to help acne. It's not a drug, but it's as safe as water, so kids use it or adults use it and take pictures and watch what happens. Women reported their cellulite got better. And so the company sent the product back to Dermatest in Germany, and they did an actual study, and it actually does. It decreases fat lobule size and increases the elasticity of the skin. Here's the big one, okay? This is the company, and I'm just showing this because how can again, this goes back to reading online something, oh, this is saltwater because somebody said so online. And by the way, people that say negative things about a CEO online, if you research who they are, they're generally selling something else. And if you can't find a product, Google search their names and see if you can see a tie to any particular pharmaceutical company, okay? So, company's 9 years old, okay? It's run by very experienced people. They were profitable in first year of business. They've increased revenue every year. They have zero long-term debt. They produce the Redox product in that building on the bottom right there is the FDA registered production facility. That's the inside of the building, and that's where the magic happens. That's where the salt and water turns into redox signaling molecules. Bottom left, you see those tanks. That is saline. That is salt water. But by the time it's finished and it goes through this process, it is reductants and oxidants. Come on up. There you go. 18 global distribution centers around the world. The product and the opportunity is available in 30 markets, over 30 markets and growing. US, Canada, Mexico, Europe, over 20 countries, Australia, New Zealand, 5 Asian markets. Right now, Hong Kong, Singapore, Philippines, Taiwan, Thailand. So here's the big one. They've done over 500 million in sales since the launch of the company 9 years ago. And 90% of it is this. How in the world could you possibly do a $500 million in sales for 9 years and sell salt water? I think the word would get out. This product works. People see that it works, and they tell people, It's amazing. They did 84 million last year, and this year they're on pace to do 130 million. So this product works. This production facility is capable, so it runs 24 hours a day. It can produce 800 million of product a year. And they have enough space. The bottom left picture, if you look at the blue floor, they built it with enough space to put a parallel production line in. They can double output in 2 weeks to 1.6 billion. And this is really for the opportunity people that are looking at an opportunity. We're post-risk, we're entering momentum. They pay us residual income to do two things. We acquire customers for the company and people who want a better life for themselves. We identify, train, and support entrepreneurs who want a better life for themselves and their families. So I hope that this was helpful. And the most important thing is the experience. Take the gel, find 10 people who are hurting, have them give you 10 minutes, have them rate their discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10. Put it on 3 times in 5 minutes, and you be the judge of what this product does. Okay? Thank you very much. I hope this was helpful to you.